Good morning, people. I bring you greetings from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Um, Ask me anything. I haven't done one of these in a minute. It has been a minute since I've engaged with really no topic in mind. Obviously, the audio is different. I keep running into issues. You understand? When it comes to audio, I'm either missing like one little cable or one entire cog in the wheel. It's horrible to operate with a single point of failure. And of course, we find our predicament. So we're using a new camera. We're using its onboard audio. So it is what it is. Hence why we're on this channel and not the other one. Anyway, ask me anything, any question on your mind. Hit me up. If it's military related, hit me up. I don't even care. I typically don't address Air Force content. If you like a one-on-one consult, if you want to talk about military stuff, you can hit me up on Patreon, or you can become a member of the channel. Members of the channel, obviously, I'm gonna show love. So yeah, my other channel is Raymond Isaiah Podcast. You should see it kind of linked in and like the shorter clips when I do interviews, when I do actual podcast topics. Full-length videos are over there. All the clips typically come to this one. But yeah, if you have any questions whatsoever, hit me up. The lighting is a bit harsh. Again, we're using makeshift. I'm in Airbnb. We're using makeshift parts of what have you to get the lighting right, because we can't get everything perfect. The audio is gonna be off, so at least the video can be quality. The composition could be beautiful. But yeah, hit me up. Whatever questions you got. Let's see what we got. We got Chris Goodman in here. I see Top G. Andrew Tate's goons have made their appearance. What's good with you? Here's a question. Do you think the military will eventually lift the COVID vaccine mandate for entry-level military members? I'm not sure. I will say this, that we are no. I mean, it's been a minute, but we're not wearing masks on base. Not even in hospitals anymore, unless you have like symptoms or something. Um, yeah, we're not even wearing masks, at least on Cannon Air Force Base and the surrounding bases I've been to. Bases in Florida and surrounding areas. Tinker's around the corner from where I'm at right now, so I might run over there. But as far as I know, the mask mandate has been dropped. Now, as far as the vaccine, it might just be added to the list of vaccines you have to take anyway to get in. A lot of people don't realize when you join, you're going to be taking vaccines anyway. Like they gonna get you, bro. It's gonna be at least 7 to 10 of them things hitting you. Peanut butter and God knows what else. So just be kind of aware of those things that you're gonna get hit at some point with vaccines. You're not really gonna avoid them. So they might have just added that to the list of, but throw that in there too. Bless them with it. So it might be a whole thing, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly if you'll be able to avoid the COVID vaccine. I'm one of the people that got the Johnson & Johnson up in Alaska. And of course, all the news about like the various blood clots and complications, going on with Johnson & Johnson. I haven't had any issues. I have caught COVID after getting the vaccine, so that's the whole thing. So again, I don't think they're 99% guaranteed to prevent you from getting anything. I'm not sure, I'm not really sure what the purpose of the vaccine. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna pretend to be a doctor. What else we got? Again, my other channel is the Raymond Isaiah Podcast. It's the long-term content. You typically see a lot of clips on this channel. Typically 2 to 3 clips from that channel come to this channel. You'll be seeing like 2 or 3 in the next couple hours on this channel. But yeah, that gets my, what I consider, not professional work, but things that I'm really going in depth on, and long-form content. Long-form content's on this channel as well. But yeah, you just have to dig through the playlist. There's a playlist for everything that I do typically. And I'm thinking about breaking my content down into topics themselves. But we'll see. Audio's good. Appreciate you, Top G. Andrew Tate's interesting. We might talk about that. If you got questions about Andrew Tate or you want my opinion on him, hit me up. Also, if you want to bless the channel, hit the super chat, you understand. If you want to become a member of the channel, links in the description. You want to become a Patreon member where you can ask me anything whenever you want to. Air Force related, military related, personal opinions that I probably won't talk about on here. Patreon, Raymond Isaiah, hit me up. Top G's coming to Cannon. Bruh, you gonna take L's, bruh. Nah, it's capping. Cannon's not that, like I said, I'm in OKC right now. It's only like 5 hours away. I'm the person who's gonna road trip until my car breaks down or until I die. Your boy's gonna be on the road somewhere. OKC's a dope city. Came down here, worked out, drove around the city a little bit last night. Took care of some business. Yeah, Cannon's different mainly because of its location. It's a very small town. But again, you're 10 miles from the Texas border, so you're not going to be locked away to where you can't go outside of that. Like, obviously, local areas defined differently by, leadership and by your supervisor and by your commander. And so they may say, as long as you can be back at work by Monday, you good. Or they might say, you got to be within 8 hours drive from the base. So yeah, don't get down on Cannon. You might hear a lot of bad things. I have content on Cannon, like my first experiences, my first impressions of the area. It's not that bad, honestly. It's not that bad. Mainly because I don't mind getting in the car and dipping. Like I'll be in Colorado Springs. I'll be in Amarillo. I'll be in Dallas. I'll be in Houston. I've been in Houston multiple times. It's a 9-hour drive. I've been there multiple times. I haven't been to Phoenix yet. That's 8 hours. So I might have to make that up at some point. But yeah, don't overthink Cannon. Like it's a base. If you get stationed in DC, it's a base, and then the city outside of it might be a little better. So yeah, don't trip over that. Hero, what you talking about, bruh? I'm just embarrassed because I never did create those Juneteenth skateboards for the Amazon Union Pioneers. Interesting, sir. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Chris says, crazy vaccines are supposed to stop transmission before something that doesn't work. Hey, it's different. It's different. I mean, apparently my chickenpox vaccine worked. Or it was the fact that I got chickenpox. I'm not sure. I don't remember getting it. But I do remember getting vaccines for a lot of different things I've never gotten. So I'm not sure if maybe this one just doesn't work or Who knows? Who knows? Again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to pretend to have all the answers. We all have WebMD, and we've all been led astray by WebMD, trying to figure stuff out as laymen. What else y'all got, bruh? Ask me stuff, bruh. I'm bored. I got how much? I got 20 minutes. 20 minutes left. I got 20 minutes before I gotta go. I need to go work out. Ask me anything whatsoever. Your boy needs to be intellectually stimulated. You understand? I must be satisfied this morning. What car do I drive? Nissan Rogue, something light, leg room. You understand? Your boy in that 4% club. So we gotta have a little bit of leg room to be able to satisfy, our needs and what have you. Where's everybody from? What's up, Willis Wade? By the way, if you're not following me on TikTok, you're disrespectful. Follow me on TikTok. I post a lot of content on there. Chris, my dream job, self-employment, YouTube. I thoroughly enjoy making videos. I thoroughly enjoy, especially when it comes to travel vlogs. I definitely enjoy making those. But when it comes to like asking me anything or podcasting, I enjoy that. Of course, it's a luxury, so I'm by no means thinking that anybody can just walk into it. It does take a level of clout. I'm just not one of those people that just chases it obnoxiously. I've never chased a clout, to the point where it's too much. There's a lot of things that I could do that just would send me over the edge in terms of just doing something crazy that could bring a lot of attention to my channel. But not to me, not all attention is good attention. Andrew Tate, he's getting a lot of attention, and some of it's good, a lot of it's good, a lot of it's bad. It is what it is. I'm not one of those people that's just gonna rush into it just to, if I do this, then my channel will blow up, and then I'll be able to do this. No, it might come with some other stuff. Like a lot of people don't think about the pressures of blowing up on the internet. It comes with a lot of foolishness. Shout out Hiram. Super chat. Good news, I've successfully completed a lot of hard sanitation routes. America has become like on and off open prison though. Hiram, so here's the thing with Hiram. Hiram's a long time subscriber. He's been on my channel for a minute. This interesting thing about Hiram, he will always post these incognito encrypted comments and sometimes questions, but like it's almost as if no matter what he posts, I will read it and I never directly understand what he's saying. Maybe his intellect is just up here, and maybe I'm lacking. But yeah, he's interesting, and he again avid supporter, constantly supporting. I remember there was one time he left a comment, and I think I was making political videos. I think I was deployed or something. I was making political videos, and he just said maybe you should take this down. The military doesn't really appreciate military people making political content. And I didn't think about it when I was making the content, but after he posted that, after he commented that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. I mean, let's look it down. I made one video on Kamala Harris, and it got like 7,000 views ASAP. Like that mug blew up. I made a video on Andrew Yang. That mug blew. It was when they were running for president, and I was just giving my opinion. I was watching content on it, and I was like, let me chime in. And my stuff started blowing up too much, and then like he commented that, I was like, yeah, I probably should take these down. So yeah, it's very rare that you have somebody that actually helps protect you. A lot of people gain followers and they help protect you from stuff, and they guard you from the populace, or in a lot of cases guard you from yourself. So I'm definitely appreciative. I'm gonna attempt to read through it again. Good news, I've successfully completed a lot of hard sanitation routes. America has become like an on and off prison though. Well, congrats on completing routes, bro. I don't see the prison angle. I think if anything, the love of money can become a prison, or a lot of vices, cigarettes, tobacco, obviously, alcohol. Those things can be, drugs at large can become prisons. Sugar, fructose can become, a prison. But real quick on America, and I might be alone in this, especially with the color of my skin, you understand. Apparently I'm not allowed to make positive comments about America. I find it interesting. When it comes to the love of America and the dislike of a lot of the struggles, I don't disagree. when it comes to injustices that I deem, from my subjective and you know hopeful objective standpoint, you see things that are wrong. You see things that are taking place, and like, all right, we got to fix this. This is wrong in America. We can't have this anymore. You understand? Fix this stuff in America. We can't be killing people in the streets unarmed because we think they did something. Making citizen arrests, and then shooting them at close range with a shotgun because we think they did something. No, no. But when it comes to America in general, I'm of the belief system that's a great country. Now, I have traveled some outside the country. I lived in the Middle East for half a year or so, and it is different. It is different. There are a lot of injustices. I was watching a documentary this morning on the injustices taking place in the Taliban in Afghanistan since we've left, and a lot of the injustices towards women out there, as far as just it's just wrong. There are a lot of struggles that they're going through right now that a lot of women in this country have no perspective on. They have no perspective on, and that they see across the fence and across the oceans, these women are truly being oppressed. These women are truly, and again, subjectively, through the medium of the internet, which is somewhat edited already. Like, we're only hearing one side of the story, and then they interview the Taliban leaders, and they're saying one thing, and then the women are saying one thing. Who do we believe? And then you have women that are in a hotel room, and she's getting raided on, or her house is getting raided, and she records the thing. That's a little bit closer to the truth. It's a little more real time versus the interview. But when I hear about, America is so bad, down with the corporations, while we tweet that from an iPhone to Twitter, that doesn't make sense to me. Patriarchy, but yet that same patriarchy allows a woman to become vice president, allows women to be in the House and the Senate, on the Supreme Court, and one day president. I'm not sure. Like, I was watching a TikTok the other day, and again, TikTok is a whole thing. I hate TikTok. I hate it because it's so addicting. It pisses me off. I hate TikTok, although it's so useful. It's such great utility. I was watching a video, and I think it was a porn star or somebody, and she mentioned how she made like 4.2 million in a month off OnlyFans, and I was like, bro, what, bro, what, bro? Is that what patriarchy has created? Patriarchy is so bad that women can just take a picture of my foot real quick, post this up there, and all the men from all corners of the world are just like, hey, please take my money so I can look at your person and your appendages and yank my person to such matter. It's too much. It's too much. But again, if you look at what patriarchy has created, those same women that complain in this country, you go to a different country, like Brittany Griner. I'm sure she would love to be being prosecuted in America versus Russia. And you've seen how she's, and all the talk of like kneeling for national anthem, I don't care what people do. I do not care. But when it comes to having proper perspective on, is my life truly that bad versus if I went 1,000 miles in this direction, if I went across this one ocean and went to this country, how would my life change? How would the basic things like doing a live stream, talking to 11 people, could I do the same thing in China? Could I do the same thing in North Korea? Do I have any rights that I'm privileged to have here in my current place as a black man? It's not that bad. Having paid leave where I can just go and do what I want, with some limitations, but not much, because you can go to a different country and yet we're gonna need your passport, sir. Get on out there, start digging holes. Don't worry about it. No, I know you're gonna get paid $2 an hour or something. Go out there, start digging holes. Yeah, it's not that bad here, and there are people in this country that do that. I mean, there are people currently locked up for weed in this country, in a lot of states where it was once illegal and now it's legal, and now those same people are still doing, they're distributing the reefer, and we must give them 10 to 15 or so. It's just a lot of things like that where we're so quick to demonize where we live because we wish it was better. We wish it was just, let's normalize everything that I like personally. Let's normalize the things that I want that benefits me. Yeah, just start looking around and gaining perspective. You'll realize, my life is not that bad. And there's people like, even myself, I've been diagnosed with depression. I've been diagnosed with anxiety. I still have to try. After I take my medication, I still got to try to say, is my life truly that bad? Even though I'm struggling, even though my body seems to be betraying me, is my life that bad? And in a lot of cases, I think a lot of us are lacking that proper perspective. So yeah, it's interesting how a lot of that takes place where people just can't seem to find proper perspective on their lives and how it really could be a lot worse. So so focused on your own situation that you can't realize your life could be easily a lot worse, but it's not. So, Chris asks, how do you feel about weed being legal? I don't care. So I'm about to be out of the military soon. Thankfully, this contract's coming to an end. 6 years, bruh. 6 years. Weed is on my bucket list. One of the first things I'm going to try when I get out of the military. I dare not try it when I'm in. I've never tried it before in my life. 29 years old, I've never tried any drug outside of sugar, over the counters, prescriptions. That's it. That's it. Alcohol, I guess. My opinion on weed is pretty neutral currently because I personally never tried it. I think, and from what I've observed, is that alcohol is much more dangerous in terms of potential. Because I don't think there's every substance that if you use in moderation, it won't hurt you. Because I think if you use heroin in moderation, it's still gonna whoop your ass. Bath salts. Yeah, it's gonna come for your entire livelihood. There's no way to properly do, fentanyl. So I don't think moderation is the complete story on that. But when it comes to weed itself, again, I used to love the smell of it, and now especially like here in OKC, there's a weed store every 20 feet. I'm like, good lord, bro, how much weed is truly necessary? So I don't have a negative opinion on it. I don't have a positive one. Never tried it. I will be trying it soon. You might even see a live stream where I try weed for the first time on this channel, just to kind of shake up the algorithm a little bit. Just doing something different. So yeah, and I'll definitely be in a state where it's legal. Your boy's not trying to take no L's. I'm not with the federal nothing. I'm not with the state nothing. I ain't pleading to nothing. You understand? I'm not with the legal system. If I see 2 lawyers and a judge, I'm in some shit, man. So I'm not on that type of timing. But yeah, we'll see. You'll definitely have some follow up on the weed front, just because I'm curious, not about everything, but I'm curious about weed. Mainly because I hear so many positive things about peace that it brings and levels you out and grounds you. A lot of people, they lose weight because of it, and I'm in line for that. You understand? Like if you make me lose 100 pounds, bruh, pass me the blunt. You understand? So we'll see. Top G says, for the prison angle, you can be put on a no-fly list and banned from banks for starting certain opinions or stating certain opinions. That's facts. The interesting thing, and I only got 7 minutes left. If you got any questions, throw them in the super chat or just throw them in the chat real quick. I'll try to get to them. The freedom of speech is this misconception that I can say literally whatever I want and there's no consequences. I think you're allowed to whisper in your house, in the basement, by yourself, in the dark, with your eyes closed, with your ears closed, and scream into a pillow whatever you want. But I think at some point we have to realize that freedom, and this is my personal philosophy, that freedom doesn't exist. It's not real in a world where we have consequences, in a world where we have cause and effect. It's not rational to believe that you can say whatever you want and not have consequences. If you go to an airport, especially post 9/11, and say certain words that begin with the letter B, bravo, you're going to take an L. If you go to an airport and say any word that begins with the letter G, that's only 3 letters, and it sounds like run, they're going to come get you, bruh. They're going to remove you from the premises. You're going to take some of these federal charges, bruh. If you take weed to an airport at any form, in any amount, you're probably going to get caught up. There's certain consequences that a lot of us just don't like, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, now when it comes to the no-fly list and ban from certain banks and what have you, again, it's a matter of perspective because you still have to pause at preference. If you owned a business and a person that you vehemently disagree with in every single category, especially on certain topics, let's use pedophiles, because most people immediately run to the side of pedophiles are wrong. It's real easy to argue that the pedophile angle. If a pedophile said, I want to work at this daycare, and they're like, oh, we're gonna put you on a no-fly list in this state here. No, you can't work here. I'm discriminating against you. It's my preference to not hire a pedophile to work around children. No one would fight against that. Yesterday, what was it? Yesterday or the day before, I drove past a women's only gym. Is that discrimination? Is that discrimination? The issue is it's always going to be a preference versus discrimination argument. Where if I make a choice, it's my preference. If you make a choice, it's your preference. If you reject me, I'm going to call it discrimination. I'm not going to call it your preference. If I'm rational, I will. But in most cases, it's a matter of perspective that seems to be lacking. So banks, an employer, the owner of a bank, the general manager of a bank can have a preference of who they want to bank at their establishment. The person getting rejected, they're going to call it discrimination. Country clubs, they set a price. Is that discrimination? Is that the wealth gap? Or is it the preference, certain clientele that they want to serve? So we have to pause that. Do we prefer not to have terrorists on our planes? I think so. And so if that preference gets expanded towards, I don't want Democrats on my plane. I don't want Republicans on my plane. Are they allowed to have a preference? Are employees or are employers allowed to have a preference that's not called discrimination? I'm not sure we've reached that point yet. It might be too much. But a couple minutes left. We're trying to speed through this. Appreciate everybody joining in real quick. This was just a last second live stream. I just want to hop on and talk to people. Just something impromptu, something not heavily scripted or deep into, just really just discuss and define the words. I really just want to come on and just kind of talk to the people a little bit. The caffeine has been flowing quite heavily this morning, so we're grateful. No more questions? No more questions? Any last super chats? Again, if you want to support the channel, hit the like button. That seems to be something that's quite accessible and low friction, if you will. I never got the point of asking people to comment. I'm like, well, why do they need to comment? If they have a question or if they have a comment, anyway. If you want to support the channel, links in the description. All that's down there. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But yeah, well, I guess we'll wrap it up. I do appreciate everybody coming through. Follow me on TikTok at Raymond Isaiah. Your boy's posting content on there. We acting different, you understand? We acting different. I do appreciate y'all. If you have any Air Force questions, any military questions, anything that I typically don't talk about on this channel or my other channel, again, that other channel is the Raymond Isaiah podcast. It'll be linked up above. But yeah, join my Patreon. You can ask me any Air Force question you want. Any military question, any question. In most cases, I'll probably answer it on Patreon. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Say it was good to your boy. And I will see y'all when I get some time. You understand? Well, I'm not busy. Say it was good.